Now at 5, a major upgrade is coming to a local wastewater facility, while officials say the project is long overdue and what changes residents can expect. Plus, it's National Small Business Week, why small business owners in Pittsburgh say this recognition goes a long way and what they want customers to know.
Pope Leo leads his first Mass, delivering part of it in English. I'm Tina Kraus with the first American Pope's first day on the job.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
The Pittsburgh wastewater treatment plant breaks ground to kick off construction on its new facility. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Tanya Bach. The new facility will have a new biological nutrient removal system, a UV disinfection, and a Class A sludge system. The reason behind the update is the current facility is aged, almost 70 years old. They want to meet new permit requirements from the state and increase volume capacity. Construction for the multi-million-dollar project will begin by the end of the month.
Economically, we will be able to have increased capacity and volume. So if we add additional users or residential customers, our community will be able to grow and we'll be able to handle the needs of the community for wastewater in years moving forward.
The project will take about 2.5 years to complete. Well, if you see a small business owner, you can tell them thank you. The president signed a declaration making this week National Small Business Week. President Trump says small businesses are vital to the economy and they employ 2 out of every 3 jobs in the country. We stopped by a few small businesses in Pittsburgh to hear what this recognition means to them.
When we shut down, that really showed the community a place like Harry's Cafe that was 87 years old that everybody thought would be here forever. It showed we can shut down. You know, if you do not support local, if you do not invest into your community, you're not going to have a community left for your children and your children's children.
The president of the Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce says 75% of money spent in the Pittsburgh community stays there. Well, students from across the 4 states gathered at the Ronald McDonald House in Joplin today for the inaugural Pop Tab Palooza. They celebrated the students' donations of Pop Tabs, with schools donating hundreds of pounds of the little pieces of metal. The efforts helped the Ronald McDonald House's mission of providing a place to stay for families of loved ones in area hospitals. Students learned how recycling these cans and tabs not only helps the environment, but also supports a good cause.
Like to help people who have like babies in the hospital and they're like really sick or something like that, and like 4 pounds or like 3 pounds, something like that. That's a really big deal that a baby's like that. And like Mercy or Freeman, like they really need those Pop Tabs.
And you don't have to be a student to donate Pop Tabs or cans to the Ronald McDonald House. Community members are welcome to drop off donations at the charity anytime. Meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, taking a look at our weekend forecast, it is going to be a great looking weekend. Temperatures in the 70s, so we're right on average with where we should be this time of year. Pretty mild weekend and a little cloudy though on Saturday. But tonight we're looking good. You can see all those random showers in Oklahoma and Texas and even into Arkansas, but we are clear. We're gonna have a few of these clouds sticking around with some upper level clouds moving in later on tonight, but temperatures hit mid 70s. We're about 75 degrees today, which is right where we should be this time of year, right on average. And we're just gonna continue to drop down into a mild evening. Temperatures only getting down to the low 50s. Upper 40s. Now clouds are going to start to increase as we head into tonight, but we have a pretty nice consistent temperature weekend ahead and into next week. I'm going to have those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Pope Leo XIV, the first pontiff born and raised in the United States, led his first Mass as the new leader of the Catholic Church this morning. Tina Kraus has the latest from the Vatican.
As he celebrated Mass for the first time since becoming pontiff, Chicago-born Pope Leo XIV spoke briefly in English to the cardinals who elected him.
Through the ministry of Peter, you have called me to carry that cross and to be blessed with that mission. And I know I can rely on each and every one of you to walk with me.
The Mass was held in the Sistine Chapel, the same sacred space where just a day before he spent his last moments as Cardinal Robert Prevost, before cardinals handed him the helm as the first ever Pope from the United States.
If only the rest of us in our lives and in the world could have that mad dash to unity that we seem to have in the conclave.
His election surprised even his own brother.
It was like, oh my God, it's Rob. It's never going to be the same. What are we going to do? Oh, yes, it's Rob. Yeah.
The mood has shifted here in St. Peter's Square nearly 3 weeks after Pope Francis passed. People tell me their hearts are full as a new era dawns.
I hope this new Pope is also can be the same or better.
You said your heart feels better?
Yes, it feels complete again.
Leo will be formally installed as Pope at a Mass on May 18th and will preside over his first general audience a few days later. Tina Kraus, CBS News, the Vatican.
And we're starting to get a few glimpses of what kind of Pope Leo is going to be. Like Pope Francis, he chose not to wear the red loafers preferred by traditionalist popes. Instead, he was seen wearing simple black shoes. He also chose to spend his first night as Pope in his residence instead of the Apostolic Palace where the popes traditionally live. Still ahead, the gift of life.
I'm Danya Backus with a special Mother's Day gift made possible by a rare organ transplant.
And next in Health Watch, new tonight, a look at how depression may be putting veterans at higher risk for heart failure and what researchers say could make a difference. Topping today's Health Watch, more Americans under 50 are diagnosed with certain types of cancer. The American Association for Cancer Research finds rates of breast, colorectal, endometrial, pancreatic, and kidney cancers are rising among younger people. And while the reasons for the increase are unknown, experts say it could be because advances in cancer screening allow cancer to be detected earlier than ever before. Well, drugs used to treat HIV may have an added benefit, reducing the risk of Alzheimer's. A study by the University of Virginia finds HIV patients who take drugs called NRTIs have a 6 to 13% lower chance of developing Alzheimer's disease. Researchers say these drugs have the potential to prevent around 1 million Alzheimer's cases every year. Well, veterans who suffer from depression have a 14% higher risk of heart failure. A study by Vanderbilt University finds veterans with depression had higher rates of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, smoking, and alcohol abuse. The findings highlight how mental health is directly linked to physical health. A 3-month-old baby boy gets to go home in time for Mother's Day after becoming one of the youngest recipients of a liver transplant conducted in the United States. CBS's Danya Backus has his remarkable story.
I've gotten to do this before.
Lena and Kevin Fromm
This is exciting.
are preparing for the moment they've waited more than 90 days for.
Today feels like maybe too good to be true.
After a normal pregnancy, their son Banner was diagnosed with gestational autoimmune liver disease, which led to acute liver failure at birth. After treating him with medications and dialysis, to save his life, doctors recommended a liver transplant.
How rare is it to perform a transplant or even consider a transplant for a baby like Banner?
It's extremely rare. There's been less than 20 of these cases ever done in the United States out of some 20,000 pediatric liver transplants.
Dr. Kambiz Etasami is the surgical director of liver transplant at Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Banner was 15 days old when he received a liver from a deceased adult donor.
We basically cut the liver into a larger and a smaller half. And in Banner's case, we had to even take the smaller half and cut it down even further to try and fit it into his belly. It has the ability to regenerate. And so it will continue to develop and grow with his body.
After a long 2.5 months of recovery, Banner will be able to spend Mother's Day at home.
It just feels like such a gift that without transplant and all these things, so like if this was a long time ago, he wouldn't have made it and we wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be able to celebrate Mother's Day happily.
His parents have a checklist of all his medications.
Sodium chloride.
And with one final farewell from the nurses and medical team who cared for him, Banner and his parents take the much anticipated ride as a family of 3. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Banner will continue to be under the watchful eye of his medical team with multiple doctor visits each week, but he is expected to develop as normal with his transplanted liver. That's a look at today's health news. A little later, the summer travel season is almost here.
Should you stay or should you go? I'm Michael George with who's traveling this summer and how you can save.
And we've got a great looking weekend, plus rain chances next week. I'll have those details coming up. Well, today was a pretty nice day. It doesn't get better than this. Let's go ahead and take a look outside. You can see 7th and Rangeline. We have a few of those fair weather clouds, but overall, today was gorgeous. Now we got up to 75 degrees, which is right on par with where we should be this time of year. Completely average, high temperatures and low temperatures. Plus, we haven't seen any rain chances today. You can also see downtown Joplin still have those few clouds out there, but overall, just a great afternoon. Perfect spring evening. Temperatures are going to drop down just a few degrees below average, down to the upper 40s, low 50s. And then we also have clouds increasing tonight ahead of Saturday. It's going to be pretty cloudy, even though temperatures are warming back up to the mid 70s again tomorrow. It is going to be pretty cloudy most of the day, partly to mostly cloudy skies, but no rain chances. No rain chances for the next several days, at least not until Monday. So let's go ahead and walk through our weekend. By Saturday afternoon, you saw all those clouds through the morning hours. Now we still have a pretty cloudy skies, especially in our central and southern counties. But you can see out north of Parsons, Chanute, Fort Scott area, all clear skies. And then temperatures are in the mid to upper 70s. 73 in Joplin, 75 in Yates Center, 74 in Parsons, 71 out in Monette. That overcast keeps us a little bit cooler during the daytime. Now heading into Sunday morning, again, still partly to mostly cloudy skies, especially in the southern parts of the area south of I-44. Going to see a few more clouds out there. But our central and northern counties now all clear. Temperatures dropping down to the low 50s again Saturday night and into Sunday morning. But Sunday highs are getting much warmer, mid to upper 70s. 75 in Joplin, Miami, Veneta, 77 Caney, Parsons, and Nevada. Now clouds break up a lot more on Sunday, so we're going to see a lot more sunshine through the day. But then by Monday, isolated showers start to push in. Now it's not going to be widespread and we're not looking at any threat here. Basically what we're seeing down in Texas and Oklahoma, just those light little scattered showers across the area. That's what we're going to be expecting on Monday. So this is going to start around noon on Monday. You can see noon, 1 p.m. A few of these isolated showers, maybe a little bit of a thunderstorm there, but very light thunderstorm, not a big severe threat there at all. Then we go back into beautiful sunny skies Tuesday, Wednesday, even into Thursday, but temperatures spike. We're getting into the mid 80s through mid half of the week, mid part of the work week, Tuesday through Thursday, even into Friday. We're going to see temperatures above 83 degrees, 86 on Wednesday, 84 on Thursday, and then we have thunderstorm chances starting to kick back off on Friday. Now this could be a severe threat. That's going to be later Friday evening, and then those storm chances linger all the way through Sunday. But the biggest threat I'm concerned about is going to be on Friday. Friday night and Saturday night, we could see a potential for some severe weather there. But until then, I mean, 70s, 80s, sunny skies. It's going to be a little taste of summertime.
Yeah, a good day to or a good week to get some yard work done. We were talking about that.
Yeah, and I need to. I have not mowed my lawn yet.
Yeah, mine's getting there too. All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, it is perfect weather to hang out by the lake and listen to live music. And you're looking at a live image from Crawford State Park, where folks will be doing that there this evening. Since 2018, musicians from all over the 4 states have performed overlooking the lake. This evening's featured musicians are John Dooling and Sean McDonald, kicking off at 6 p.m. The Music on the Lake series is organized by the Friends of Crawford State Park. Attendees are encouraged to bring their own lawn chairs, and you can find a link to the 2025 series lineup on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. An extreme weather database that has tracked the coast of natural disasters since 1980 will soon be discontinued. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration made the announcement yesterday. that it's retiring its billion-dollar weather and climate disasters database. NOAA recently announced it's also ending other services due in large part to staffing reductions. Well, coming up, how some families are making memories abroad this summer despite the cost, and why others say travel is just out of reach. Topping today's Consumer Watch, the summer travel season is almost here, and a new survey finds less than half of adults in the U.S. plan to travel. Nearly 1/3 are planning to take on debt in order to vacation. CBS's Michael George introduces us to a Kentucky family that planned ahead.
We did like 5 days in Denmark.
The Hines are enthusiastic travelers. The family is getting ready for their second European vacation together in July, a 10-day trip to London and Paris.
We like to plan the trips together and choose places that all of us are interested in.
Melissa Hines and her husband planned ahead, securing hotels after Christmas and flights by January. They've been booking excursions too.
The British Museum is completely free, and it hosts many of the world's treasures. Walking through a park is free. So those are all the kind of activities we're looking forward to.
The growth rate is slowing, but overall, a lot of people are still traveling.
A survey from Bankrate found 46% of U.S. adults intend to travel this summer, and 29% are planning to take on debt for that vacation. Another 23% of Americans aren't sure they'll get away, and 65% of non-travelers say they can't afford it. Travelers are also contending with tariffs, some reduced flight schedules, and a weaker dollar overseas. Some things you can do to save: use rewards, points, and miles. Be flexible with your timing and location. Use technology to set up price alerts. And consider a staycation.
I think that can actually be really fun, playing tourist in your local area, relaxing, recharging, spending time with family and friends.
The Hines family sees traveling as a kind of investment.
We want our children to have a relationship to the world where they feel connected to it, where they feel safe, they enjoy it, they have a great time.
And this summer they'll get more of those memories on the books. Michael George, CBS News.
According to the Bankrate survey, among Americans who say costs keep them from traveling, 68% cite everyday life being too expensive. Well, final check of the forecast is next. Up next on the CBS Evening News, Steve Hartman goes on the road to West Virginia on the search for the meaning of motherhood. And then on KOAM News at 6, golfers in Carthage hit the links to support veterans and their service dogs. How Putts for Paws helps four-legged heroes. Plus, Missouri State unveils a new 3D printing center designed to advance personalized medicine and medical training. And the Thunder take on the Nuggets in Game 3 of the NBA second-round playoff series. Stay with us for the CBS Evening News and KOAM News at 6. Well, St. Mary's Elementary welcomed Colgan High School seniors this morning for the annual Senior Farewell Walk. The graduates, dressed in their caps and gowns, walked through the halls as elementary students lined up to cheer them on. It was a short but meaningful moment, giving the youngest students a glimpse at what's ahead and giving seniors a chance to reflect on how far they've come.
I hope the younger students can just understand that whenever you have a goal like achieving your high school graduation and doing that successfully and with all the academic honors and athletic honors that you can receive, I hope that they make that a goal for themselves to try to be like the seniors that they saw walking through the halls today.
St. Mary's was also celebrating Mother's Day, making it a double celebration filled with smiles, signs, and school spirit. Aw, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it is. You know what else is awesome?
The weather?
The weather this weekend. It is going to be in the 70s, 74 on Saturday, 77 on Sunday. So we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s all weekend. But then look at that, 80s next week. Now we do have a chance for a couple of isolated showers on Monday, but really outside of that, I mean, it's going to be a good 5-6 days of sunshine.
Oh, wow. Wow. Well, thank you for joining us. The CBS Evening News is next, and we'll be back here for KOAM News at 6, and we'll see you then. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.